Hey guys, how you doing? We're here today at the Mac Junction shop and I'm hanging out with Marco. Marco,
Hey
what are we
guys.
doing today?
I mean, we're gonna just have some fun, I guess. Like, we'll go through some products that are, in my opinion, the essentials that you need for starting your makeup, great foundation and finishes, and then some fun stuff. I think like we've done a little bit of texture and just hopefully you get something out of it. Couple of tips.
Oh yeah, Marco's tips are awesome.
So this guy is, it's moisturizer, but at the same time it fixes your makeup, which is, brilliant because during the day you can't really you're supposed to ideally moisturize your skin like 4 times a day because it's like feeding it, right?
Really?
It's a living organism, yeah.
4
when
times
you have
a day?
skin like this, then genetically you don't have to, but so this is made to be able to mist this over your makeup, pulls all of the makeup back together, and then but penetrates the makeup, moisturizes without moving the makeup, which I think is brilliant. Ideally, I think every woman should have more than one foundation because nobody's just one color.
Yeah.
So we'll do a mixture of the Studio Fix fluid, which also still Studio Fix fluid was designed for Canada, so it was one of the first foundations that Frank & Frank made because they needed something that would absorb light on camera and look completely flawless without too much work. So ultimately, even though we have 9 different categories or more of foundations, right?
Yeah, this is the winner.
Yeah. I love the duo fiber brushes because you get it really natural, and you'll see when I apply, I use circular motions, and that gives it a nice, really skin-like sort of
feel.
feel.
Yeah. So usually you always apply it with a brush.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you last time, but we've been waiting for these for forever. And it's basically 2 color correctors and then 4 different concealers. So if you find the right shade of foundation that kind of matches this whole area, then something like this is nice to have to just sort of select the highlights that you want under the eyes or color correcting, and they come in 4 different palettes. So I'm going to go in with that sort of tones and just do under the eyes and all the areas you want to bring forward. I love bringing light into the center of the face, so under the eyes, chin, bridge of the nose, forehead, and then that almost creates the illusion of having a spotlight in the middle of your face all the time.
Yeah. So tell me about eyebrows, thick or thin?
Thick. I feel like it emulates a sort of youthfulness when you've got nice fall. Yours are beautifully shaped. I guess this is up to all the different makeup artists, and they all have their different vibes. I prefer, that I prefer everything as natural as possible anyway, right?
I'm like you as well, Mark. I like to play it safe.
Yeah. I'm just putting a bit of gel on there now, and then we'll get back to them.
Okay.
So like we were saying about the skin, I feel like I like the coverage now. It looks really natural, it looks believable. This is Malibu Blush. I think this is my favorite MAC product of all time. Like, it just has this sort of peachy for lighter skin tones naturally. It looks like it's coming from the skin, so I love this as eyeshadow or blush. And then I'm going to use another blush. This one's called Format, and it's sort of part bronzer, part blush as far as the color is concerned. So I do like to use this sort of in the old school method of defining a little bit. And then on eyes as well. I love a product that you can use for more than one thing, right?
Yeah.
I prefer sort of selecting the feature that you enjoy the most about your face, for example, is a good start. So if you love your eyes more than you do your lips, then go with eye features, or I just think that it's important to have some balance. So pick a feature and then make everything else really pared down. Finish the skin look off with a little bit of highlighter, and this is, I think when it comes to the contouring and highlighting, if women are that scared, maybe it's a good idea to just go with highlighting in the beginning, and it's a lot easier than... Because you're also just applying it to the areas you want to bring forward. So for me, naturally you want to bring the cheekbones forward. This is the kind of product you can use under the brow instead of concealer, so it does give a bit of dimension. So black eyeliner.
I love black. I'm sorry,
And this is Graph Black, and this is also one of the oldest MAC products. This one tends to stay very well, and it's a really nice deep black with a sort of waxy texture. But again, it's one of those things, if you're going out, you want to keep your lipstick, your liner, your mascara, and do the touch-up things, right?
Yeah. So you're taking it on the top and bottom.
Yeah, so just the outer corner, top waterline, and bottom. And you can use a Q-tip at home. I do love pencil brush, but Q-tip's fine to sort of just blend that out a little bit. fling the lashes, especially with Asian lashes, right? You guys have beautiful full lashes, and sometimes you don't see them and how glorious they are, because with just mascara, the mascara tends to pull the lash even further down.
Okay.
So they're straight, and when you give it a lash curl, that's going to flip it up, and then you can see all of them, you know, and the mascara
I never
doesn't
curl
have to
my
work
lashes.
so hard.
I never.
Yeah, it's also
now
kind
I
of
know
scary,
why,
I get it. Like, I mean, when you're sitting at home with this thing that looks like a scissor.
Yeah, and then you're like, where?
You know, and I think, I mean, when you're doing it yourself, you want to give it a light clamp and sort of, when you feel skin, I mean, I wouldn't just go in there and like, okay, feel it out, you know, kind of get comfortable with it. It makes a massive difference. Then there's a little rubber over here that tends to fall off. So
This
you
is Marco's favorite tip, and it's a very good tip. Listen to it.
So you do want to check that that little rubber is on there, because otherwise it does turn into a scissor. So.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, no.
No. Let's not even talk about it. Just
So, I mean, mascara, for obvious reasons, is the most feminine thing when it comes to makeup, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're not doing anything, the one thing you should at least do on that day is like put on a little bit of mascara. It changes everything.
And then you're shaking it. Tell me why.
Yeah, so what I like to do is to get sort of maximum impact with the mascara is start by pushing it into the base of the lash, because that's where you want to pull the product from. So push it into the base, and then I sort of like to use like a zigzag motion when you're applying, so that you get all of the lashes. So I mean, obviously, ultimate thing for Valentine's Day is a classic red lip. One of the makeup trends that is going to be around for forever.
Yeah.
I love a red lip with a pared down look like this, and it looks kind of more effortless, like you literally did do it by yourself, right? Which is the idea.
Which is the idea, exactly.
This is the Ruby Woo, and the special thing about Ruby Woo, it's iconic globally, right? Is that it's got a blue undertone and blue undertone reds, and that sounds mad complicated now. What that does is it cancels out all of the orange and the pink in the lipstick, and that makes it work for every skin tone. I'm going to apply it with a little brush, and this is just an artistry thing, I guess, but I know at home that it's just easier to apply from the bullet.
So it doesn't apply different on a brush and from
You might actually get more pigment out of using it from the bullet. The reason we use brushes is just because when you do want to do a nice clean shape, it's easier to get a nice crisp line. Voila!
Yay!